Previously on Search4Hurt, Series 1 star Matt Murphy has moved on from being an elite athlete to creating Team Search4Hurt, in which he'll be the team's boss. From an exhaustive audition process, he's selected 29-year-old Leah Richardson and 23-year-old Andrew Papadopoulos as his sponsored athletes for Series 2. The team's first event is an 11-kilometre open water stand-up paddle race from Sydney Harbour to Manly Wharf. And Matt brought in world champion Tareen Black to help get them ready, as they only have 30 days to do so, and a lot to learn in that time.
Medic!
We've come down to Pap's place, to Pap's new home gym supplied by Iron Edge, and we're about to give him his first 30-day training program that I've worked with the mentor to design this program to get them ready for each event.
Obviously, this first event is the stand-up paddleboard race, and this time we'll be in Pap's home gym.
There's a new home setup.
Dude, it's unreal, hey?
Yeah?
Just been decked out with some top gear and...
Okay, so as you know, with the paddleboard, a lot of pulling, okay? So I want to create stabilisation through the shoulder through a pressing motion, okay? The power bands are awesome for this.
The single-arm power band press. This counteracts the volume of pulling involved when paddleboarding.
Okay, what I want to do now is create some load through the legs through an unstable environment, just like the paddleboard. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the aqua bag. Notice, see how it's going side to side. I've really got to stabilise, come back up.
The aqua bag front squat mimics leg strength required when paddling in choppy conditions.
As long as your form's not dropping, mate, throw a few extra litres in it. You'll be surprised how much a few extra litres makes compared to a few extra kilos.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, it's still same weight, but
The weight is shifting,
man. So, Pap, time for some dead ball action, mate. All right, let's go.
Dead ball cleans. This focuses on the posterior chain, creating strength through the entire body, not just quads.
Take these mental notes that it's week 1 and it's 37 seconds and I'm starting to fall forward. Next week it's like, 37, I'm still feeling my glutes, I'm still feeling the weight in my heels, I'm not rounding my back at 42 seconds. So rather than upping the weight, the 35 balls the heaviest will go, focus more on your form and taking the visual cues from the clock, okay, of where you're at with form versus time.
Okay, yeah, so progression in that sense.
Yep.
Now that Pap has something to work with over the next month, let's go over to Leah and see what's happening with her.
She hasn't grown up on the water surfing. She's really struggling with the board. So I'm going to send her to a friend of mine that, can you believe it, she does yoga on a stand-up paddleboard. That's right.
Charlotte, looking forward to it.
Thanks so much for coming down. I'm so excited about it. I'm really passionate about stand-up paddleboard yoga. I'm actually Australia's head trainer and I travel internationally and teach people yoga on the water. So this will be a really great way for you to help build a nice strong core for this big race coming up. It's also a really nice way to teach you some breathing techniques which will help keep you nice and relaxed in the race.
Awesome. Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Charlotte runs Leah through a few warm-up drills on land before hitting her with the first challenge.
And then we just want to bring our forehead down, come as close as possible to your legs, and then we're going to push up as if we're almost doing a crow pose. Really suck into your core muscles. Ooh. You did it though. Okay, so this is stand-up paddleboard yoga, so we're going to get off the beach and get onto the water.
We're now going to head over to Pap. He takes Matt's advice and enters a 5-kilometre race on the beautiful Narrabeen Lake in New South Wales.
All right, so I just saw Sam, the organiser, and she asked me if I wanted to do the start with the kids or in 3 minutes, or the older guys in 8. So I thought I might start with the older guys, because if I get beaten by all the kids, you know, that won't make good TV, or maybe it will.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, he went really well for his first time. Sub-40s is really good for a first time.
Yeah, one of the guys out there, he told me that he wouldn't have caught me if I wasn't zigzagging the whole time. He said that if I kept shifting weight on one side, whatever side I was paddling on, and he goes that caused me to zigzag as you lose time, obviously meters and energy spent. So I know there's a few little things I can tweak to get a better time and hopefully maybe be competitive. So, but I had a lot of fun today, so we'll see how it all goes.
Coming up, Matt sends Pap to Revesby for a training session with renowned powerlifter Florian Luke. Leah needs to focus on balance, so is visiting a stand-up paddle yoga trainer to work on some core strength.
So remember, we want to suck our bum cheeks in as if we're holding a $100 note in between our bum cheeks. We can bend the legs and we just bring them down and we bring our hands behind us.
Certainly the breathing is something that I don't think about normally, so this is really good for me to be at least making sure I breathe as I'm paddling. Oh wow, I didn't even know I could do that.
Release. Unfold out of that. Leah's doing exceptionally well. I'm so proud of her, really excited to get her doing a headstand soon.
Leah has to attempt the headstand on water to test her stability.
I focus my gaze towards the back of the board. Okay, and I don't even think about it. So I'm just focusing my gaze towards the back of the board and sucking in my core muscles.
Just like Pap's aqua bag, the unstable paddleboard activates your core muscles while in a yoga position.
One more go. I want to do it again and I want to stay up this time.
That was all time. That was awesome. Well done.
Thank you. That's
Proud of you. That's unbelievable.
good instructor. So Charlotte's workout then, something totally unexpected. You really do have to switch on your core, use a lot of your abdominal muscles. So good for me to think about switching that on. And also what I really like in particular is breathing.
And she's such a gorgeous girl and she's got such good core strength already, which is really exciting. To be able to do a headstand in her first lesson, that's a really good athlete.
With Pap, it's not as key for the stability on the board. So that's why I'm going to send him to Sydney to do a powerlifting session with one of Australia's best powerlifters.
Hey, how you doing, Big Flo? Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. I'm Andrew, man.
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
So what do you got in store for us today? I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest.
You should be.
Originally from Germany, Big Flo spent 20 years as a competitive gymnast before moving to Australia and taking up the sport of powerlifting, where he's since gone on to win 7 national titles and recently broke a world record for bench pressing, benching an impressive 220.5 kilograms.
Yeah, we got some strongman gear, we got some Atlas stones you're gonna be playing today with. Then I'm gonna take you to a deadlift session as well.
Yeah.
A little bit more fancier,
Yeah.
with a fat bar and chains, bands.
That sounds brutal.
It sounds brutal and it is brutal.
All right, well,
We're just about to find out.
Well, flow means business, so let's go and see what he has in store. Pap's session will have 3 elements. First, Flo's flat bar challenge, which will see Pap deadlifting a special bar which is strapped to the floor. Both hands are placed on the bar opposing each other, called the traditional crossover technique. This helps the bar not to slip out.
Up, chest up, chest up, chest up, chest up. Yes, excellent lift. Brilliant lift, there you go.
These green bands add more resistance to the lift when it comes to locking the hips out when completing the lift. So when it actually comes to competition time, mentally and physically, it'll be easier.
What happened?
We are around the 230, 240 deadlift.
Whoa,
On the bar.
that's some heavy lifting
So
for me, man.
That's pretty good. So no suit today?
You can try with the suit if you want. You really want to step it up?
I'd love to give it a go, man, yeah, to be honest. I mean, not chuck, obviously don't chuck a 20 kilo either side, but even if we just...
Definitely more than 20 kilos on each side.
Whoa! The suit, is that...
The suit, you're going to be definitely looking at, if you don't pull 220, 230,
yeah.
So another 40 kilos on each side, I will be very disappointed.
Oh, don't disappoint.
Don't disappoint the Wolf House.
No.
Keep the spirit up.
All right, let's do
this.
Big Flo shares with Pap the secret to lifting above and beyond what he thought was possible. The powerlifting suit.
So now he's really gonna feel how it is to be a real powerlifter. Easy, let's go. Come on. Hips. Yes. Whoa.
Don't count me out yet, mate.
But he said he's coming back and he's trying it again. He might need some smelling salts for that. And a clap on the back, and hopefully he's gonna get it. All right, no more footsie games, let's go. Ready in the Wolf House, let's go, come on! Let's go! Easy! Welcome! Easy! Beautiful! How good was that?
That was much easier.
So what we do, we promised, when we're gonna do it, we're gonna put the chains on, all right?
I've never used a suit before. It's almost like having a belt around your whole body. And as you pull up, it springs you up. You get a bit more of an edge. Take that momentum through the lift, just pop your hips out, stick your chest forward, and try to complete the lift.
Pap weighs in so Flo can work out the deadlift weight required for the second session.
So we calculated the first weight. He's 55 kilos. He needs to perform 20 reps and then supersetting 30 box jumps. Then the second weight on the bar will be 42 kilograms, supersetting with the 20 box jumps, and the last one is 38 kilograms, supersetting with 10 box jumps. So why I want him to do better than 6 minutes is because actually the ladies do 5:46. So he needs to do that under 6 minutes, all right?
If he doesn't get under 6 minutes, then I think Big Flo will lose all respect for Pap.
Keep the chest up.
Pap begins to start the workout called the Frankie. This is an extremely tough workout for time.
Now it's definitely hurting. Look at the face expression. It's definitely hurting now. Good. Let's go. Now he's gonna have to do 20 box jumps this time.
You got it?
The last weight is waiting for him on the deadlift.
Keep going.
20 reps on 38 kilos. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Finish it off, rest after. Let's go, come on. It's all in your mind. Let's go, finish it off. 20 deadlift, let's go as fast as you can. Look at his face now. It's definitely hurting. Come on, let's go. Frankie, I'm coming for you. Let's go. Come on, where are ya? Let's go. Come on, 10 box jumps. 10 box jumps. What's the time? Let's go, come on. Let's go, come on. Come on, let's go. Nice and fast.
You got it.
Come on. Finish off, let's go. Finish off. This is it now, this is the finish line. He needs to give everything he got.
One more, you're down.
One more, come on, let's go, come on. Yes. Beautiful, great stuff. It's definitely hurting. It's a good workout. It's pushing someone beyond the expectation. 5:43. 5:43. That's what we wanted. We wanted to be under 6 minutes. 5:43. Current #1 leader underwater.
Hey! Holy moly!
Pap manages to get the record for the gym. An impressive effort and respect.
To the last one, Atlas Stones Challenge. We're gonna start with 80 pounds, 150 pounds, 80 kilograms, 100 kilograms, 120, and if you get the 120, you're gonna go up to 135.
Wow. Have you've done 135 yourself?
I've done a 135. Went a bit heavier than that as well.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a couple in the car if you want.
No, mate. I think 135 sounds great.
All right.
So Pap needs to do one lift and put it up on the Roman drum. First one done, and too easy for Pap.
your 120 kilograms. You started great. Done the Frankie. Now let's do that.
Stone.
All right, come on. That's it, come on. All the way into it. All the way into it, come on. Just up to the legs, that's all you need. The stone.
Couldn't budget.
120 kilograms.
Pap doesn't quite manage the 120 kilogram Atlas stone, but we all know he's definitely earned the respect of world record breaking Big Flo.
Still a big effort, 120 kilograms after all that. It's still very, very good.
He's definitely showed me how to search for hurt and push myself, and I've had an amazing time. Learned a lot as well in the process and learned from the best. So
120 kilo stone. Yeah. Enough with the kids games. We're gonna do some real stuff. We're gonna bench some 200 kilograms now.
It's now the end of the Search for Hurt month. And it's early morning race day, and Team Search for Hurt is preparing for its first ever event. It's the Bridge to Beach 11-kilometre annual paddling event that starts under the iconic Harbour Bridge and makes its way to the popular Manly Wharf. As the harbour starts to buzz with excitement, Leah and Pap make the final gear checks and finishing preparation for the race start. But do they think they are ready?
how's the training been?
Too short. I mean, I could have had another couple of weeks just to get some distance in and also to at least try and figure out a race pace, go a bit faster.
Yeah.
How about you?
It's been okay. I've only done ocean swims. We had the 5K trial, so that was a good test to see how you shape up against everyone else.
Yeah, I feel that I haven't done the distance, so we'll see how it goes.
I've been sick, and you've been busy, and I've been sick, so good luck to both of us.
Yeah.
Stand-up paddleboarding has absolutely exploded around the world, especially obviously here in Australia, through the core stability required through that external loading being the paddling. It has great responses to other forms of exercise, whether it be, say, riding or running. These having the ability to strengthen that core under a load, heaps of athletes are using it at the moment.
Team Search for Hurt are off on their first ever event. But like anything new, it's tough. Leah and Pap make the short 500-metre paddle to the Harbour Bridge for the race start, where they make their debut as Search for Hurt athletes. Well, at least one of them will.
Hey Pap, where's Leah? Huh? Where's Leah? Getting started soon. Leah's still
So they've started under the Harbour Bridge. It's a perfect temperature, although as the team will venture past the first two headlands, they'll hit some strong winds and choppy water. But there's more to be looking out for than just the conditions. With so many paddlers in such a confined space, working your way through the early congestion while maintaining your speed and balance is a challenge in itself for a rookie racer. Around 1 kilometre into the event and the leaders have broken away. Pap is sitting midfield with Leah trying to find her rhythm at the back of the pack.
I was on my knees for quite a bit and I was trying to get back up, but stand up on the board, and then before I knew it I'd be too close to the rock, so I'd get back down on my knees, try and navigate away, and then just kept getting stuck.
Although Leah is struggling, she's yet to fall off the board. She's either a lot more motivated not to fall due to her fear of sharks, or the yoga session really paid off.
My right hand is completely numb. My back's spasming. I keep getting pushed to the left-hand side, so 99% of this race, I'll paddle on the left side. It got a little bit frustrating towards the end because you did start to fatigue, and you start to get a little bit lazy. And when the wash comes in, you start to fall off. I think I fell off, the first maybe 7 Ks, I maybe fell off once, and the last 2 or 3 Ks I fell off about 10 times. I just thought if I keep falling in, I'm not going to reach my goals.
Although we know Pap has good stability, as always, he goes out hard. And it's the physical and mental energy that he's burned, which is why he's now falling off more at this point.
Well, I thought it was going to be a nice calm day out on the water when I started, but you get around the first point and the headwind really took hold.
Pap has made his way towards the end of the race, and there seems to be a large gap between the two, with Leah several kilometres back. As Matt suggested, this has become a mental test as much as a physical one.
Gonna go for a run. Who gets to the finish line? I'm so fatigued and buggered. I'm under 90 minutes, so I just gotta get to the end and I'm all done. My shoulders are dead, my legs are blown up. I'm puffed out, I can barely talk. This only went for me, it went for less than an hour and a half, which I got under my time. I want to get 90 minutes, I ended up getting 82, so I was happy about that. Even though old ladies were getting probably sub 60 minutes. But I achieved my goal, so I was happy.
Leah sticks to the task and keeps grinding away towards the beach.
Come on, Leah, let's go! All right, you go, let's run in, let's go!
Oh, wow. My shoulders are sore. I kind of hit, as soon as you get stuck in the wind, I reckon I was going the wrong way.
Yeah, I like it, eh? Go, run it in, Leah.
I mean, I'm so glad that I've done this, and it was something I'd never tried before. I hadn't paddled 5 weeks ago. I hadn't actually been on a stand-up paddleboard. So it's all very new, but yeah, it's lots of fun. I really enjoyed it.
But at the end of the day, this is what Search4Hurt's all about. I was frustrated, I got chucked in the deep end, I'm inexperienced. I wasn't here to come first place, I was here to just test myself, and which I think I did. And so I'm really excited to see what happens, also nervous, but bring it on. I think Leah and I are ready for it.
On our next edition of Search4Hurt, we send Pap where Matt did his epic zoo session last year. But this time, there's something new.
The zoo, wanker. We earn respect, so we lead by what we do.
We'll find out if they're ready for it when Matt introduces the team to their next challenge.
No.
I just hit my nuts.